This creation I'm working on today, I'm going to share with you, is basically it's a stuffed pork loin with some crawfish boudin sausage. Now, I was down in New Orleans a couple weeks back, and I had to pick up some fresh boudin when I was down there, and I was just looking for a way to do something different with it. So what I'm going to do is take this center cut pork loin roast. Now, this is the big pork loin, not the little tenderloins, and I'm going to jelly roll it out. And it's not that hard to do if you've never done it. You don't want to get too thin, but the trick is just to make a cut and just kind of keep working your way out. You're going to come out thin, and you're going to turn back around and kind of just go back at it until you get it all one kind of thickness. And it don't matter if you get a little hole in it somewhere, you know, it's not exact science here, but the idea is to get it flat enough to where we can stuff it with this boudin sausage and this little herb mixture I made, and then we're going to roll it up and tie it off with some butcher twine. And this allows me to get some more flavor in there. It's going to hold that boudin sausage, and then as it cooks out, we're going to pick up some of that flavors of that crawfish and some of these herbs and seasonings I'm going to put on it. But that's pretty much all I want to do. It's flat now. Now the trick is I want to give it a seasoning, and I'm just using my all-purpose seasoning. It's kind of a blend of peppers and a little garlic powder, a little onion powder, some salt, a few other herbs in it. But it just goes good with any kind of meat. And I got that inside seasoning. Now what I've done is I've took some parsley and about a whole head of garlic, and I made me up a little olive oil, drizzled it in this food chopper here. And I've just got me a little herb paste, basically. I'm just going to kind of spread that out in here just to give me some more flavor. This is real fresh. The olive oil, you know, brings a lot to the table with some flavor, and the garlic, you can't go wrong with garlic. You can't get enough of it. But it, once again, just kind of spread it out. And then we're going to put our boudin off in here, kind of towards the end. And then we're going to roll this thing up. I'm going to spin it right here. Then I'm going to tie it off with some butcher twine. I'll show you what it looks like here once I get it tied up. Alright, this is the last little tie off I'm going to do with the butcher twine. And it's not a real fancy job. I just cut off about 4 equal pieces and kind of just tie it up and make a knot. And it's okay if you can see that boudin out the end right there. That gives it a kind of cool look when it cooks. But now I just want to clip off my excess string a little. I just tied a basic old knot on these. Now I'm going to give it, I want it seamed down. That's how I tied it, to where the seam's going to be down on it when it cooks. That way it can't come apart. But what I'll do is give it just a little olive oil on top. Let that kind of run down. Kind of get it around it a little bit. It's alright if some of these other herbs that are inside get on it. That makes it look good. Then I'm going to hit it with just a little bit of the barbecue rub on the outside, just to make it real pretty when it cooks. And this is going to go on my cooker outside. I'll show you putting it on the grill here in just a second. Okay, I got the Yoder fired up. I'm cooking this on the YS480 pellet cooker today. Got some cherry pellets in there. I got it set on about 250 degrees. And I'm going to put this crawfish boudin stuffed pork loin right on the rack. And it's going to take it probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours to cook. I'll check the internal temps. I'm looking for about 145, 150 degrees. But I got it seamed down, and now it's just going to do its magic. I'll go let this Yoder shut it down, let the Yoder do its job. But this thing's a heck of a cooker. Pork loin's been on for about 2 hours at about 250 degrees. So that's all the cooking I want to do. So I'm going to take it in and let it rest for a little while. But oh, Yoder did its job today. It's probably a little hard to tell. It's getting a little dark on me, but we'll take it inside and show you cutting it up after pork loin's been resting about 10 minutes, so it's time to go ahead and slice it up and see how it turned out. So I'm just going to undo my twine. Still pretty hot. Pull these down. We don't eat twine, do we? Now we're ready to slice into this dude and see what we got. Little juice come out while it was resting, but not much. let's cut in and see what we're working with. This will be the end pieces, but I want you to kind of get the effect of the slice, what it looks like after you kind of made a roulade. But it looks pretty cool. You can see the stuffing in there, the sausage. And that's what we want. It's kind of got a smoke, but it's cooked still kind of about 145 internal. So it's still nice and moist with just a little bit of a pink hue, but that's perfect for pork loin. And this dude don't need nothing. It's served up with some good roasted potatoes, ear of corn, and you got a dinner. Stuffed pork loin on the Yoder.